Good evening, everybody. We're with Guns and Glencairns again this evening, and we're trying to get this done before the sun goes down real quick. But we're going to do a little gun review real quick before we go inside and get into other stuff. But what we have here is the new M&P Shield X handgun. Comes with two different mags, one extended and one not, so a 13 and a 15. And we're probably going to shoot the 15 because it just fits us better. Most of the guys around here have pretty big hands, but for a woman you would probably want to use that shorter mag a little bit for it. So we don't know anything about this thing. They're pretty new, and so this is pretty much a cold review. It's optics ready, has blackened sights in the rear and I guess that's kind of a fluorescent one in the front, which I don't like. Some other people might like that, but I like sights I can see either white dots or yellow dots or something like that, so I can line them up. But just remember, when you're shooting concealed carry and in a defensive position, you're probably not going to look at sights anyway. You should practice enough with your handgun that you have just an automatic bring it up and you're pretty much pointed at your target. So sights most of the time aren't going to do you a lot of good, or shouldn't. Don't waste your time looking at sights if somebody's going to be shooting back at you. So practice makes perfect, they say. And Ryan, you want to come over here? We have Ryan Larkin with us right now, and he is with, what's the name of your company?
Mags & Co.
Mags & Co, just like the hat says.
Yep, and we are an ammunition company. We're now here in Pine Bluffs, Wyoming, and we sell what we call ammo in a can. And what it is it's fully sealed, ready with a desiccant pack. And the reason we do that is because we believe ammo is not only good for recreational use, but as a long-term investment. And this allows you to buy it in smaller increments and then store it on your shelf.
Perfect. So anyway, we're going to put, I don't know, 3 rounds in there. How many guys we got wanting to shoot? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us maybe.
Better fill her up.
Fill her up. Anyway, several of us are just going to try shooting this little firearm.
Yep.
And probably from about 10 foot, I suppose, 15 if we want, and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. So
Okay, we're going to give this thing a whirl. We're going to slam the old mag in there and release it, so this baby's ready to go. There is one safety on there. Yep. And we're, I think, in the fire position.
Correct.
I don't see any red, but I'm colorblind, so I can't see red on black or the hoot.
Yeah. So there your safety's on. There it's off. Yeah, there is no red.
No red?
There is no red.
So safety off, down.
Yep, safety off, down, safety on,
Okay,
up.
and then there is a trigger safety also.
Yep.
So 2 safeties on the firearm. And I'm going to stand 15 foot, which is right here, shoot at the left target, and see what happens.
For you not liking the sights, you didn't do too bad.
Okay, so gun's empty.
Gun's empty.
Who wants to shoot next?
This gun is not super friendly to left-handed shooters.
Yep.
I must have loosened up the sights when I shot.
I can't hardly see down. There we go.
All right, all right, all right. Oops, excuse me here. I like that grip.
Wait till you put that extended in there.
Ooh.
You gotta push hard, Mitchie. That slide releases, she's real stiff.
Yeah, copy.
it shoots good too. Yeah. Right, you up?
Keep your mic here.
Well, shoots good. Feels good in the hand. Feels really good in the hand.
What'd you think of that, Colton?
I like it. It feels good in the hand. Yeah, that's a nice gun. Let's see what everybody else thinks about it.
Enjoyable to shoot, right? Nice, for me, relaxing. Didn't buck too much. Nice, easy trigger. Sight's pretty much dead on for what we're shooting at. We're all pretty close. Yeah, like I said, I think all that'll loosen up after you put a couple hundred rounds through it.
Yep.
Well, to me, a gun that you have to break in is not a good gun.
Oh. Really?
Really. If you're going to buy a gun off the shelf, that thing better work. You shouldn't have to break it in.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, but I was happy with it. I thought it felt really comfortable. It cycled the bullets really easy. I didn't find any lag in that.
No.
And it was really easy to follow through, get back on target. Not that I'm the best at doing that, but it was really easy to bring it back to target and get on.
Yeah.
I'm a guy that does not like safeties on guns, just because that's one more thing you have to worry about, and especially in a concealed carry environment. So with the safety on or off, just leave it there for me is fine. And trigger safeties I'm okay with. Don't have to worry about that. You pull the trigger, you're there anyway.
Yeah.
A safety on the back is okay too, but this one has two safeties, and I'm good with it. I would recommend this gun to someone else.
Yeah.
It's a $500 gun, probably roughly in that area, in that neighborhood. So
I'm an M&P guy. I've got several of them, and I can't tell a whole lot of difference, but it is very fluid in its movement right out of the box, where some of my haven't been that I've bought new. They've been a little tight. This one seemed to move really fluid. Shot well, sights are right on. I'm like Dean. I would prefer something. I'd prefer some white dots back here. Be a little easier when you're target shooting, but like you say, when you're self-defense, you shouldn't be using sights anyway. You're pointing and shooting, kind of like instinctive archery.
yeah.
You're just pulling. You're just pulling up and getting in the general area. But yeah, everything. I'm kind of with you. I've got several that have the safety and several that don't. In some cases, I think it's an all right thing. But if you're going to carry it, I'd rather have one without the safety, because that is, like you say, that's just one more step. And if you're not real familiar with that gun, that might cost you some time, some valuable time. So that's kind of my opinion on the whole thing. But like I say, yeah, I've had one in my hands here a couple weeks ago, and I liked it. I didn't get to shoot it; it was in the store. But now that I've shot it, I think I'll probably add one to my collection.
Thank you. First off, for a concealed carry gun, I usually have a lot of trouble with the grip, and then I end up always shooting low. And this one seemed to hold my grip a lot better than like a SIG P365, I thought. The wall on the trigger is also really nice. It's not going to surprise you too much. There's a nice stop there on the trigger. But other than that, for me, my only pet peeve with it is it's not ambidextrous for a left-hander. So it's, if you're going to do a quick slide lock release, it's not going to work. You're just going to have to cock it back. So anyways, great gun.
Colton, get in here and you tell us your opinion.
Get in here.
For mammoth hands.
For mammoth hands, it actually, like if I was gonna say anything, add an extra inch. That's what they all say, though. You know, add an extra inch. But mainly to the grip of the pistol here, add an extra inch. The 15 rounder comes real close to that. It just needs just a skosh more. It feels like my hole, like you can see it right there clearly, that it's a pretty big. I mean, that feels better, but even like that, I don't know. I think I'm just looking for things that ain't there. But overall, I really do like the pistol. Unlike everybody else, though, I'm not 100% huge fan of that thumb safety. Because you're right, it's just another thing, and it's really stiff. But the stiffness could be a super good thing too, because if you just don't use it, what's the likelihood that you're ever going to bump it? And it's stiff enough to where if you do bump it, is it going to go into turn on to the on position?
Right.
But I think it's like you got to intentionally push it up in order for it to hit.
Agreed.
So all in all, I really do like the pistol. And I want to say thank you, Ryan, for bringing the ammunition and letting us try that out.
You bet.
Cycled perfectly. The rounds that we shot through, not a hiccup, nothing. Pistol ate it up like it was. But I see you out there in the morning shooting when I drive past, so
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I'd recommend that pistol to just about anybody who's trying to get into a concealed carry and or a home defense gun. I think that gun could play both duties just fine.
Yeah.
Throw a light on the front, you're good to go.
Huh.
And it is optic cut, so throw an optic on it and you're even double good to go.
Good evening, everybody. We're back in the headquarters of Guns and Glencairns.
Yeah.
And had a little fun time just a little bit ago shooting.
Mm-hmm.
So now that that's over and it's dark, we're inside. We're going to get into the Bible a little bit, and then we're going to go back and talk to Ryan about some of his ammo that we used out there tonight. So we have Brian with us tonight. We have Rich, Ryan, we have Mitch, we have Colton, and my name's Dean, which doesn't mean anything. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and get started with a little prayer, and we'll go from there. So Father, just thank you so much for this time when men can get together, sacrifice themselves from home or whatever they had to do before. That I just pray that would always be, prominent in lives, that they would want to always continue to get together, because men in conversation is just so good and builds up a bond between us, and we have friendship and fellowship, and we have ones to call on if we're in problems with anything. And just thank you so much for this opportunity that we can get together and just get to know one another a little better. Just thank you for your word. And I just pray that as we get into it tonight, that the Holy Spirit would just jump out at us and would teach us something that we have to read tonight. We're in a tough chapter, Father, so be with us. And we just pray that you would just guide us in all that we do. Thank you so much. And we ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So we've had a request that we get into the book of Leviticus, and Leviticus, I'll just read the first verse right now. It says, "Now the Lord called to Moses and spoke to him from the tabernacle of meeting, saying," and that's where it stops.
That's it.
Saying what? So, a lot of people think that, well, this book of Leviticus, I've thought this before too, that, it's a kind of a strange book or a boring book or just not that fun to read.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's all about God's dealings. So what we need to talk about is in Exodus, this is just a continuation of Exodus, and in Exodus, it was talking about God or them building the tabernacle. And so now it says from the tabernacle of meeting. So now we know that after Exodus, continuation of Leviticus, this is the third book of Moses, so Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and now we know the tabernacle is built. And so why was the tabernacle built? It's nothing more than a tent. maybe kind of a classy tent.
Like maybe an outfitter's tent.
Nicer than the Moses tent.
Oh, okay.
You know, so
Yeah.
the tabernacle was a tent that was built for a certain purpose, but just a meeting place, a meeting place, and a tent. And one thing we need to know, one thing we need to specify is that, as it says in 2 Timothy 3:16 and 17, that all Scripture is inspired by God, and it is profitable for teaching, correcting, training, rebuking in righteousness. So we need to remember that. Just because the Old Testament, a lot of people think that the Old Testament doesn't apply to us now. After Jesus was born, and we have the New Testament, so it's all about the Old Covenant, and the Old Covenant all points to Jesus, the Messiah. So we just need to keep that in mind as we're going through it. You know, we're going to go through the first 17 chapters of this is going to be kind of sacrificial, all about sacrifice. So it's still going to talk in there about the way to God. And then we're going to get into the next half of it, 18 through 27, and that's going to be more of the walk with God. So remember, in the Old Testament, Jesus was not there. But we got to know that it was part of Jesus. If we look at John 1, it says that in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the same as this. It's all about pointing back to Jesus. Jesus was there in the beginning. He just wasn't here in human form yet. So when we go on, it talks about, speak of the children of Israel and say to them, when any one of you brings an offering to the Lord, you shall bring your offering of livestock, of the herd, and of the flock. So an offering of the Lord. Is it the third verse where it talks about being dwelt? We might get into that a little later. But anyway, the tabernacle is now complete in this, and the sacrificial system, because of the tabernacle, can now be used. So before, if you think about the sacrifices that were before, so we think this is not the first time that a sacrifice has been made when we get into this and talk about bringing sacrifices to the tabernacle. When you think of Adam and Eve, when they came first ones in the garden and they found themselves naked, and there was a sacrifice that had to happen there because God clothed them with fur, clothed them with leaves and stuff like that. So there was sacrificial stuff that happened prior to this. So we need to remember that. And but the thing about the tabernacle of meeting in this tent is that when the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, that's what it says in John 1, and dwelt among us, then the word actually meant dwelt. The word that they used in that transfer from Hebrew or Greek or whatever word they used actually meant tabernacled among us. So dwelt means tabernacled among us. So that kind of ties you together now with the meaning of God's presence was among the people to now, so as was Jesus Christ as God present on earth. So that may be kind of a little bit confusing, but it's all tied together with God's presence, whether through sacrificial stuff and atonement, or in the New Testament as Jesus here on earth with us. It's all God in the Trinity. God, Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So when we talk about the offering, and we get into the offering of the sacrificial stuff in the Old Testament, there was 3 parts to that. And one being was the law of Israel to obey the laws. You know how many laws there were in the Old Testament that those people had to abide by?
Wasn't there like 600, 700?
Over 600 laws.
Yeah.
How you gonna live and abide by, and live by all those laws? There's no way.
Well, how many laws do we have now? But we don't even know.
Yeah, absolutely. So the sacrifices in the Old Testament were for the people who could not always live by the law. And then there was the blessing or the curse that would become upon Israel, their destiny with that throughout history for after they've done the sacrifice. So that's the old covenant, and when Jesus come, was the new covenant. But remember as we're talking about this, that all things point towards Jesus Christ, and he was the perfect sacrifice. So here we're talking about the old sacrifices. There was never a sacrifice that could be done without the shedding of blood.
Mm-hmm.
Always had to have blood, and we'll talk about that a little more. There was never any way to standardize a sacrifice. So that's the reason of the tabernacle of meeting, was now they're going to put together a set of instructions or rules on how you should sacrifice. You can't just go out and do sacrifice any way you want.
Mm-hmm.
Where before that's what they were doing.
Okay.
Now they have to come to the tabernacle, and there's a set of rules that they have to follow. And we're going to get into talking more about the system, why they bring certain animals. Maybe we'll figure that out. Maybe we won't so much, but we'll talk about that as we get into it. Anyway, because of the sacrifices happening in the tabernacle now, they're supposed to be more God-centered instead of self-centered. There's rules that they have to follow now. So, with that being said, we'll just start reading. And, you shall bring your offering of the livestock, of the herd, and of the flock. And so when you talk about livestock, that could have been a bull, that could have been a lamb, that could have been I don't know what, they had pigs back in them days, but I don't know if they used them so much for sacrificing, because they were a dirty animal at that time.
Back then.
But I think it's going to go on and talk about
a sheep.
About a dove.
Yeah, there's doves and pigeons.
Yeah.
Pigeons.
Yeah. So go ahead and read verse 3, Colton.
In his offering is a burnt sacrifice of the herd. Let him offer a male without blemish. He shall offer it of its own free will at the door of the tabernacle of meeting before the Lord.
Yeah, so then when you're talking about bringing a sacrifice of the herd, let him offer a male without blemish. So when you think about that, a male from the herd. So what's the most important part of the herd? Probably the male, if you're going to reproduce.
Mm-hmm.
And without blemish. So the priest or they're going to check it over when it comes, and if they find a blemish in it,
It's not acceptable.
not acceptable. Why would you bring something not perfect to God? So you want it to come to you as a cost. It's going to cost you something. You shouldn't want to just give out a rejected animal, in this case. So it needs to come to you at a cost. So that's why a male without blemish. If you found one with a blemish in it, there might have been one of those 600 laws that say, okay, now your sacrifice is going to be double what you did before. So
Then he shall put his hand on the head of the burnt offering, and it will be accepted on his behalf to make anointment for him. Or atonement. Sorry.
Yeah. But so when you're talking about bringing an animal, and in this case it's going to go on to talk about a bull, but when you bring that animal before for the offering, it's talking about the head of the burnt offering, and he puts his hand on the head of the burnt offering. So the animal is not burnt yet, the animal's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And when you put your hand on that animal, that's when you're supposed to confess your sin, your breaking of the law, to the animal, and the animal then is going to accept that and go on to be sacrificed, and that's going to be the atonement for your sin. So
He shall kill the bull before the Lord and the priest and Aaron's sons. He shall bring the blood and sprinkle the blood all around the altar altar that is by the door of the tabernacle of meeting.
So they're going to kill the bull, and they said that most of the time that's just taking a knife and slicing, the artery. And
Yeah.
I don't know if they collected that blood, if they had a pot or something there to collect the blood, because it talks about it later that we need to burn that blood. So bring the blood and sprinkle the blood all around the altar, so the altar is going to have to be hot enough to burn that blood.
And then he shall skin the burnt offering and cut it into pieces.
Yeah, I don't know if this talks about this later or not. So anyway, they're going to skin this animal, but I think there's some animals when they did not skin them. But as far as the bull or the lambs and stuff like that, I think the bigger animals, I think they actually skinned them. Like a bird, I don't know if they would have skinned the bird, the dove or the pigeon.
Plucked, maybe.
No, they get into it a little bit farther in of what they actually do with it.
They split basically break the wings open and kind of leave it laid open
Yeah.
and leave it, but without detaching the
Mhm.
wings.
So number 7, Brian, or whoever wants to read that.
The sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire on the altar and lay the wood in order on the fire.
Yeah, so nobody knows what that order is, but there was a rule of how everything was going to be placed on that altar.
Then the priest, Aaron's sons, shall lay the parts, the head and the fat, in order on the wood as on the fire upon the altar.
So the interesting thing there is they didn't waste anything.
Mm-hmm.
And they put the fat on there. So if you can think of fat, it's going to burn hotter, but it had to be placed in order. So maybe that fat was out there closer around the edge where the blood was. Maybe that helped burn the blood or something.
But he shall wash its entrails and its legs with water, and the priest shall burn all on the altar as a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord.
A sweet aroma. So when you think about that sweet aroma and burning it on the fire, and you're thinking of that ascending into heaven. A sweet aroma to God. It's going up. It's raising up. Every time I put a steak on a grill.
I was just gonna say, that's just like that fat grilling smell.
It's the fat.
It's the fat 100%.
You put a lean steak on the grill, you don't smell that.
Uh-huh.
You put all the fat on there, that's where that,
Like a ribeye instead of a
that's where that
sirloin.
sweet
Yeah.
aroma that they talk about comes from the fat.
I can see why they say wash the entrails, but why the legs?
I'm guessing just everything needed to be cleaned.
Yeah,
Get rid of
so
that.
that's true. Okay.
There's one place where it talks about, didn't we talk about that? Where was that at? In Galatians, where here I'm offering you cow manure instead of human manure to cook the offering. What was that in Galatians?
No, I'm gonna go back and look.
So they used to use human waste. And what are you going to do if you're out in the desert and all there is sand? You're like, what are you going to burn? What are you going to cook lunch with?
Right.
Well, I'm offering you cow manure instead of human waste. So, but I would think washing, just wanting it to be clean
Yeah.
when it goes to the altar. The entrails, they're going on the fire. No, you can read 10, Rich.
If his offering is of the flocks of the sheep or the goats, as a burnt sacrifice, he shall bring a male without blemish.
Yes, that's talking, again, I think we kind of just covered that a little bit. Doesn't matter what you bring. Bring your best, bring a male. That male's worth more, and make sure it's without blemish. You want to read, Ryan? Go ahead. Number
Yep.
11.
He shall kill it on the north side of the altar before the Lord. And the priests, Aaron's sons, shall sprinkle its blood all around on the altar.
Yeah, and I think we've kind of covered that already, but I don't understand the north. Always think up. When you look at a map, north is up. So on the north side, maybe would be more prevalent towards God. Which way's heaven? North?
Yeah. North, 100% north.
Because it's up.
Yep. Yep.
And he shall cut it into its pieces with its head and its fat, and the priest shall lay them in order on the wood that is on the fire upon the altar.
So just lay it in order on the wood. On the fire. But he shall wash the entrails and the legs with water. Then the priest shall bring it all and burn it on the altar. It is a burnt sacrifice, an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. And if the burnt go ahead,
So
Brian.
the wood is on fire and hot already when they're,
Yeah, I don't know.
it's already
They
laid out
prepared
there
it somewhere else and then
and put on the fire
bring it
and
to the fire.
Well, what would they have back then to be able to carry embers?
Well, I don't know. They had swords, at that time too, so they would
I think
probably.
they had shovels.
I would think just a bar, maybe 2 bars, maybe stacking wood across. A
Oh,
couple
that's
bars,
true.
or- I really don't know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, they had forges and stuff back then, right, to make swords. So they had to have something that they made.
I mean, they had chariots. That just blows my mind in itself. If somebody dropped me out here in the middle of this earth. Hey,
build
build
a
a sword, build a chariot.
yeah,
What do I use? Yeah, it's crazy to think about that they had.
Like, how did they know to dig for metal, right? To dig for
Yeah.
ore and stuff like that. How did
You had to
they?
melt it and form something,
Yeah.
and
No pictures, nothing.
And they had to know that certain metals made a higher quality blade at some point.
I would have thought so. Yeah.
Like your poor man got the junk end of the metal sword, right? Like it was, here you go. This might break, it might not. You never know.
And if the burnt sacrifice, we're on 14, and if the burnt sacrifice of his offering to the Lord is of birds, then he shall bring his offering of turtle doves or young pigeons. So it wasn't just any bird,
yeah.
turtle doves or young pigeons, but so is that just a minor sin that you're allowed to bring a turtle dove or a pigeon?
Maybe if you didn't have a flock, you were supposed to, or not a flock,
A
a
herd.
herd.
A
Yeah,
herd.
if you didn't have a herd of livestock, if anything, your
You could go to
next best
you could go
bet
to
was a
a
turtle
bird.
dove.
Yeah. So if you're poor,
Yep,
then you maybe afford
yep.
a pigeon or a dove as opposed to having to go buy a bull.
Imagine if you didn't have money to even buy a turtle dove, you had to try to catch that sucker out in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
Good luck on that.
Oh, 15 gold.
The priest shall bring it to the altar, wring off its head, and burn it on the altar. Its blood shall be drained out at the side of the altar. And he shall remove its crop with its feathers and cast it beside the altar on the east side into the place for ashes.
So you didn't burn the feathers
Nor the crop,
or the crop.
because the crop must have been dirty.
So probably
And it was to go on the east side.
considered
The
dirty.
priest does all the
Mhm.
sacrificing.
Right.
Mhm.
The priest is the
Bring off
one that
his
decides whether it's
good enough.
good enough, and he
Mhm.
does all the.
No, here you go. 17 talks about what you just talked about, Brian.
Then you shall split it at the wings and shall not divide it completely. And the priest shall burn it on the altar. And the wood that is on the fire, it is a burnt sacrifice and of offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord.
So remove the feathers, remove the crop, because have you ever smelled burned feathers?
It don't smell good.
Not a sweet aroma.
Mm-mm.
So maybe that was part of the reason to get rid of that. Of the feathers.
Neither is the hide.
Right.
That's why they skinned it.
Right.
That would make sense. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the unpleasing smells would not please God.
Well, that's the first chapter of the burnt offering in Leviticus.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's it.
but just remember, the ultimate sacrifice is yet to come.
Yes.
These are just sacrifices that,
Kind of leading up as a prerequisite to
Mm-hmm.
the sacrifice of Jesus Christ.
I'm just so thankful that I don't live in this time,
Right.
you know, because the sacrifice and what we have to do today to become a believer, to find salvation is
Yeah,
so
look
simple.
how long they lived back then too.
Yeah,
700, 800, 900
some of
years.
them a lot of years.
That's a long time to be
Yeah.
sacrificing and all them rules. And
Right.
Who's this Aaron's sons? Who appointed that? To be the priest? How did they come up with this?
Yeah, I don't know if Moses appointed them or who did. I'm sure it says maybe in Genesis or Exodus or somewhere, but
explains it later on.
yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I think a lot of those people were appointed to do stuff.
There's really not a lot of underlying meaning to those chapters. It's just sacrifice procedure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the meaning was that if you sin, there's gonna be needs to be a sacrifice to forgive the sin.
God knew what his ultimate goal was, but he didn't want all of this forgotten. Because he wanted us to know now how easy we have it compared to what they had it then.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
all we have to do now is ask God.
Yeah, so they couldn't even talk to God back
Yeah,
then.
you couldn't even talk to God.
They had to
That
go to the
was-
priest.
The high priest was the only one that got to talk to God.
He's the middleman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and to get to talk to the high priest was a privilege as well.
yeah. All we have to do now is just go to prayer.
Right.
The Holy Spirit takes that.
Then he's got an intern up there that reads all the prayers, you know, the ones that we type up and
Yeah,
yeah.
throw that one out.
Yeah.
You sometimes wonder if that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when are you going to answer my prayer? So, anyway, we'll get into more
many,
Leviticus.
many years sometimes,
Yes.
which is
Well, here's another thing that's cool about Leviticus is this was all done at the base of Mount Sinai.
in a year.
It was 30 days.
Yeah, they was there
Leviticus-
there
yeah.
for a year, but it took
But
30 days for
The
all
whole book
this.
of Leviticus was just
Yeah.
like 30 days long.
And in that year, how many times did Moses went up on top of?
Well, I know he went twice because he
I think
come
he
down
went-
and broke
yeah.
his tablet.
He went twice for 40 days.
Yeah. When he come down, they'd rejected God and started melting all the gold and made
Right.
the golden calf or whatever it was, and it made him mad, and he broke the 10 Commandments, and then he had to go back and get them made again. God had a 3D printer up there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well, I'm gonna go hold this bottle of whiskey up there in front of the camera, and then we can talk about it.
hey, did you want to talk about some bullets first?
Yeah, I'm still gonna show this real quick.
Yeah.
Because then what's gonna happen is
Get started on it.
we are going to get too far into talking about other stuff, and we're gonna forget to show the camera.
You can just set that down there. So, where we're going to go now is to Ryan here, who's got this ammunition, and he's going to tell us a little bit more. Unless we want to pour some of that, and we can be safe.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
right now.
Yeah.
Think of that.
If you want to talk about what that is, and
Yeah, so this bottle of whiskey is made in Fort Collins, Colorado. They're a relatively new company called Lasso. And we bought a quarter barrel of their first barrel that they ever made at a charity event for Colorado Youth Outdoors. And part of the deal with the quarter barrel is that they got to put our company brand on it. So that's how we ended up with this. And I think it's not too bad.
Sweet.
So, do you know what this is? Is it a bourbon? Is it a?
It's a single barrel whiskey,
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
and it
else.
doesn't say anything else.
We don't know if it's rye or
I think it is more of a bourbon than a
rye.
It doesn't have a lot of rye in it. It didn't seem like to me, but it smells like there is some.
I think I said it's 59 proof, right? Or 59 ABV, so that's
59.
118 proof.
118.
Sweet aroma.
It is kind of a sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Is there corn in it? Well, if it's a bourbon, there would be corn. It'd give you some
Corn in
sweet.
it. Look at me looking like I'm a professional watching the legs and stuff.
Oh, it's got 'em.
There's what?
There's no rye in there.
I'm tending to think more bourbon.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm leaning towards bourbon.
But there might not be, right? So there might not be, for a bourbon, there might not be 60% corn. It might
Right.
be, it might be less than that, right? So
What's that be? 51%?
anything,
Corn.
anything under 60%, right? So it's, or then a whiskey, right? It has to be a majority something else, like our straight rye over there. That's like 68%
Rye.
rye.
But you have to be 51% corn to be a bourbon. Your mash bill's just 60%.
Yeah.
So this would be on comparison then with the small batch that we just drank last week. You weren't here, so you didn't get to taste it. Am I wrong with thinking that it would be exactly on the same plane as that
Are
horse
you talking
soldier,
about the
that
horse
small
soldier?
batch?
Yeah,
That's
I
a
think it would be similar. Well, that's a straight bourbon. This is,
Am I wrong in thinking that? I mean,
I
I think so. I don't know. I was just trying to find something that we've had that would be in like the same ballpark.
Right. Yeah, it's sweet, it's light.
At least something different on my tongue than I've ever had before. I'm not sure what it is.
Kind of a lingering,
yeah.
Yeah.
lingering,
and it's
kind of a bite, a lingering bite that's there.
That honestly,
got
It's almost
oak charry.
yeah, but it's almost a different flavor than oak.
Right. So remember when we were just having this, I just had this conversation yesterday or the day before about our original barrels, that they had a little little twang or something in the back that was too much char, too much oaky, or too much something that's just kind of,
What's that again?
oh yeah.
It's a cartoon character.
Yeah, exactly,
I
yeah.
don't remember who it is, but there's a cartoon. I think it's a little squirrel or something.
Yeah, they're not giving anything away here.
They're not. They're like,
Just a single barrel whiskey.
None of them are. I couldn't even find anything.
Yeah.
no, the
Most of
horse
them
soldier don't. No. We even tried to find something on Uncle Nearest when we drank that. That doesn't say nothing.
It's got a little bit of a tingle on the back end, but it doesn't bite you as much.
Yeah, it's a good drinker for the proofage. It's,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's edition 1, bottle number 24.
How many bottles did you get?
We got 50, and me and 3 of my buddies split them. But I got one of one
There you go.
for when we hit a big time. We'll crack.
Well, we need more subscribers if we're gonna ever hit it big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do we.
Yeah, I've saved back some rye whiskey in the round bottle still from
Yeah, that's it.
Pine Bluff Distilling.
Oh, nice. The green label or the...
Oh,
round
you want
bottle?
the green
Round
label? I
bottle.
know the person who's got a bunch of green label.
I don't see anything on Fort Collins. It says Windsor.
Like a bunch, but I also know that over there in Ogallala, like I was telling Jared before, they still have
Yes, man, it's distilling.
the square bottles.
Yeah, they had Rick was
How
going
was
around,
that?
he was promoting quite a bit over in that area.
That's funny.
If I could get away with buying it and throwing it in the semi, bringing it home, I totally would, because I really enjoyed that.
That's
blend.
where they're
Yeah,
Like,
good.
yeah.
distillery.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
You can go down there, because that's where we picked it up. So that's it.
Yeah.
3 different variations. Lasso Whiskey is a new brand that comes from Windsor, Colorado, and it is sure to rope you in with its flavor profiles in
Oh, listen to them playing on
3
words.
different variations.
Well, there's a little lasso tied around the
That's
bottom
right.
there. So.
I didn't even show the best part of the can yet.
You didn't, no,
We'll let you show that.
This guy says he sat down with Lasso Whiskey's Hector Toshiko at a super secret speakeasy to talk about these new northern Colorado whiskeys.
Super
I
secret.
bet I know.
I love this idea.
I bet that secret.
Thank you.
I bet I know where that secret speakeasy is.
Norma.
Yeah.
So tell me, Ryan,
They do make a rye.
you're not manufacturing ammunition right now,
Not yet.
but you have a lot of equipment.
We have a lot of equipment. Pieces of equipment, fully functioning equipment. We've got a lot of pieces to the puzzle. And we're going to make it all come together here in the next year.
So did I hear right? You're pouring concrete tomorrow?
On Tuesday.
Tuesday.
We're pouring concrete on Tuesday for what we're going to set up to be manufacturing, packaging, shipping, everything, just the whole ammo center. But what we sell is ammo in a 29-ounce soup can, and it's fully sealed with a desiccant pack. And then it's got this steel lid on top for easy access. This keeps it sealed away from the air and the elements because, the number one thing that gets at ammo is air, temperature, and water. And when you store ammo like this, it'll last 80 plus years. There's still ammo from World War II around that is functioning. And when you store ammo in a good place, it'll last a long time. But after, just a few short years, the air gets at the powder, and that's when you start to lose performance, and that's really the difference. And so the longer you can keep that ammo away from that situation, the more this becomes not just a tool, but an investment.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know how valuable ammunition is. In some ways it's more valuable than gold and silver.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we're really focusing on
Absolutely.
is the investment side of ammo as both an investment. It's not just a commodity, but it's an important commodity.
Mm-hmm.
And so we came up with this ammo in a can idea. And if you take this outer label off, there's another label underneath it. I like to use a knife because it comes off just a little bit easier. But if you take this outer label off, it looks like a regular can of food you would store on your pantry.
Look at that.
I was gonna say, looks like a peanut can. Right?
Yeah, so it looks like just a regular can of pinto beans.
Yeah.
That would be the way I would store it.
And the nutrition label on the back fills you in on everything else.
So will you offer?
That's pretty sweet.
So will you offer bigger cans at some point in the future, or will it
So-
always be
Yes, in the future we'll
like a
offer
gallon can?
regular military cans.
Okay.
Like those giant nacho cheese cans you can buy for.
A number 10 can.
Yeah.
Yeah, our next step, 308, fits 5.56 9mm really well because we sell them in 4 packs.
Mm.
So you get 1,000 rounds of handgun ammo or 500. So it's kind of your standard size. But when you use like 308, you get into some weird quantities. So we're trying to figure out what's going to be the right fit for that
So-
without having to reinvent the wheel.
Where can somebody go to order a can right now?
So you can go to magsandco.com and order those right now. And there's a 15% off coupon right on the homepage when you get there. And free shipping on any 4-pack.
That's awesome. Heck yeah.
So we offer 5.56, 9mm, both 124 and 115 grain. 300 blackout, 220 grain for the subsonic shooters. And some 380 hollow point.
So no hollow point in the 9.
No, not yet. The 380 hollow point was just kind of came with the deal, so we decided to sell it.
Cool.
So
Well,
When
I
you
can tell
get-
you. Oh, go ahead.
When you get your manufacturing equipment up and going, is that only the 4 calibers you're going to target, or are you eventually going to get into more?
no, so what we focus on is the military calibers, because that's what almost everyone has a gun for in their home, and that's what
That's
most
smart.
people are going to use. Now, it's not the most competitive price-wise as far as margins and things like that, but that's the bulk of what people are going to buy. So tighter margin, but when you're trying to push a product out there, that's kind of the way we went, because that's the number one shooter. It's the commodity calibers is what we call them.
That's smart to keep it limited to what people are going to be using and people are going to be looking for at the same time.
Right, like what are people going to stock up on? Well, everyone's just about got a 9mm and a 5.56
Mm-hmm.
or a 308. That's what the military uses too. So
Yeah.
now eventually we'll expand into some other things, but everything we do is CIP spec, which is technically a European regulation, but it's very adjacent to not the same thing as NATO spec.
Okay.
Any CIP spec ammo can be NATO ammo.
Oh, okay.
So CIP actually has a specified set of ballistics that every round has to meet. Where SAMI ammo, sporting ammo, we say that I'm not going to let people tell me what my ammo should or shouldn't be. I'm going to make it how I want and then go shoot it. But the problem is if you're going to invest in ammo, this ammo is lesser than this ammo. How do you say this is a better investment than that? There's no standardization in there. Like gold is 0.999% pure. So what is that for ammo? And that's military ammo.
So will you get to a point to where you'll start making like some hollow point N9, so where there's a little more self-defense there?
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll definitely sell some, but it's not our focus.
Yeah. I gotcha.
Yeah, we get a lot of questions about, do you have 10 mil? Do you have 45? Do you have 308? Then you get the oddballs, and it's like, yeah, we're probably not going to do that one, but
Mm-hmm.
yep. That's,
Very interesting, and all I can say is I wish you the best luck in the world to
Yeah, man.
Yes.
get this thing up and going.
Absolutely. And right
And,
here in
At least you're in Wyoming.
Yep.
That has to be a plus, right?
Yeah, it's a big plus, especially with what's going on in
Mhm.
Colorado and in other places. Yep. Yep.
There's a lot of companies that have moved up to Wyoming that are in the same industry,
Mm-hmm.
and it's crazy to stop and look at how many companies have actually jumped into Wyoming out of Colorado.
Yeah, and we weren't even looking for Wyoming. We were thinking Nebraska, Sydney, maybe. And then I, saw this place online, and I thought, that's just as good a place as any.
Yep.
And it's close to Sterling. You
Yeah.
still have ties in Sterling, right?
Yeah.
Pretty heavily.
We have a lot of ties in Sterling and Sydney. So, you know, we've got more ambitions than just ammo in a can, but that's phase 3.
There you go.
So, but yeah, it's a very tough industry either way because no one allows you to talk about it. So you can't just promote it.
Yeah.
So how do you get people to look at you? How do you get people to figure out who you are?
Right.
Very tough.
Well, I've had more than one person ask me if your shop was open where they could just walk in there and buy ammo, and
Oh yeah.
I was like, hey, let me talk to Dean, because
Yeah, so you have those 4 calibers ready available there.
Yeah, we have them available in the shop. We actually have them on display right on the front counter.
Nice.
Yeah, we sell them out there all the time.
heck yeah.
So
So there'll be, if I ever get up and going, I want you to be first and forefront in my little gun store.
yeah.
So we'll get to talking when I get it open. And
Do you have any merch and stuff like that, like stickers, hats, all that? Obviously,
Yeah.
you're wearing a hat, but I
Yeah,
know
we got
that.
hats, stickers, T-shirts. Our main T-shirt is invest in precious metals, buy more ammo.
I like that.
Yeah.
you can get on Facebook. You got a Facebook.
Yeah, we got a
Search
Facebook,
and-
Instagram. We got a YouTube channel that's up and coming, and we're soon going to have a kind of a podcast and newsletter
Oh, nice.
called Mags Insights. And what we're really focusing on is investment alternatives, not just ammo, but what are some of the other ways to protect your money from things that are going on in the world, other than the legacy investments that depend on the current financial system.
Invest in whiskey.
Yeah. Well, you know, a shot used to be,
Yeah.
you know, a shot. You could trade a shot.
A shelf, yeah, a full shelf or yep.
Alcohol has been a currency.
It's a huge barter system when it comes to alcohol, like
Yeah.
massive. At least it used to be back in the day.
Always say in prepping, the three main things you should have are B and B. Beans, brass, and booze.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because if it comes down to it, that's what people
Oh,
are
for
gonna
sure.
want to
Yeah.
trade for.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
booze being number one.
Yeah, the wife was like, "What are we doing with all this liquor we ain't drinking?" I was like, "Keep it. You never know."
That's an investment. Yeah.
Absolutely. Even if it's something you don't like to drink, somebody else might
What's number
like it.
2?
What's
Brass. Number 2.
that? Beans, brass, and booze.
Yeah. So if booze is number 1,
Brass.
brass is number 2, and food that you need to
Beans.
survive on is last.
Right.
Well, with enough ammo, you can get any of those.
There you go. Yep.
If you have something to shoot it with.
Yep.
Yeah. So interesting.
I really
Yeah,
do
we
appreciate you coming out though. This,
I do too,
this has
Ryan.
been a good time because learning something is.
Yeah.
So when we got this handgun that's over there, that Smith Wesson, and Colton says, "Hey, you think Mags and Company had come out? If we could push their ammo?" And so I went and talked to Ryan, and I'm like, "Yeah, fat chance."
Yeah.
I was well accepted. I appreciate that when I went into the office, and he's like, "Yeah, just let me know when." And I thought I did. Must not have.
Well, you said Thursday, and I'm like, okay, so
We didn't know which
Thursday.
Yeah, it was this Thursday. And so I went back down there today and I said, "Hey, you good for coming tonight?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm free." So I'm glad you made time for us.
Yeah, absolutely. I was happy to do
Very
it.
much appreciate
And
it.
just want you to know you're welcome every Thursday night. If you're interested in
Yeah. No,
being a part of us, we'll welcome you onto the team.
And I can't wait to shoot more rounds of that ammo because it felt good. Everything.
Yeah.
It hit.
I'm going to blame the, usually I'm all over the paper. And I was pretty close.
yeah.
Everybody grouped pretty
I'll blame it on
Yeah.
I'll blame it on the ammo.
And for-
everybody grouped pretty decent.
And for just target ammo.
For not knowing anything about the handgun and never
Yeah,
shooting them
where it
before,
shoots.
everybody was.
Well, I think that
It was close.
you can put that on the handgun and the ammo at the same time.
Well, and that's why we picked this company to make our ammo for us, is because they're well known not just in America but all around the world for the best brass and some of the highest quality rounds. And so when we went to this investment, couldn't just put white box Winchester.
For sure.
You know,
Right.
it's dirty. Some of the rounds tumble. Now sometimes, you know, doesn't shoot as good, but I feel a difference with this.
Is there any state you can't ship to?
Ooh, good question.
There are a few, but there are workarounds. So, like California recently passed a law that they can now order ammo online, have it shipped to their door. Where previously we had to ship it to an FFL,
Oh,
and then they had to go get it. But after that law passed, they put it on hold, so they still can't get ammo to it. Now, New Jersey, New York, we have states that we just say no to because it's too much work.
Right.
Illinois, like Chicago, you have to have an FOID license, and we put that in our terms. People don't read them, but you need to send us your FOID license before we can ship you the ammo, and then we put it on file somewhere in case it, you know, something happens. So, yeah, Washington, like DC, we don't ship ammo over there.
Right. Well, I was just wondering, I got friends in Washington, and I was like, the pinto beans is just like they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
So.
But could you not just ship it as pinto beans?
You know, that's like we specifically use this in like our wording on Facebook and Instagram because it's the perfect workaround.
It is, yeah.
It's like freedom seeds, these pinto beans. You don't have to use the word because the bots are looking for the word.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
And even if you're speaking it, they're finding it. They're hearing it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's a perfect workaround. We actually did send some of this to Washington. I don't know if you're familiar with Jocko and them in the military, but Jocko and Jason Gardner, who all run Echelon Front, Lake Babin, they did a bunch of content for us. On
awesome!
Because
Nice.
I've gotten to be pretty good friends with them, do some business dealings with them. So
I went through a couple of their books.
did you? Yeah.
Extreme Ownership. It's a really good one.
It is. I went to one of their, they call it the council event, and it's actually at Bull Hill in Washington, where the snipers train.
Yeah.
And it was really cool.
It's nice.
Heck yeah. Look at that, meeting somebody famous.
Yeah,
Right.
No, I'm not famous.
working on it.
Yep.
And single. You not have a girlfriend
If
yet?
there's any girls out there on YouTube,
Just to let you know, all of our viewers are 100% male, bro.
No, we've got some girls watching.
Sir, not very many.
My granddaughter, Haley, she was one of the,
Okay.
she might be a little young. But I'll bet she thinks you're cute.
There you go.
I'll ask her next time. You need to watch that. What are we, episode 20?
Yeah.
yeah.
Episode 20.
So what have been your biggest challenges with this?
As far as this is just trying to get everything out there, honestly.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, right off the bat, it was editing right away, trying to figure out, because I'm just a big dummy, right? So trying to understand the whole editing
Definitely
aspect.
not one of those, no, I'm not gonna drink any more of that.
Got me all messed up
I'm
at first, and I
I'm
went through
interested
like
in
3,
the
4
rye.
different programs
The rye.
until finally I landed on the one that I chose, and now I'm actually able to like do it pretty quickly. But before that, man, it was a struggle bus for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, all this like talking in front of the camera, doing all this is all the easy part.
Oh, it was super uncomfortable for me.
Oh, it's uncomfortable as all get out. Yeah, I'll give you that. Like,
You
especially,
get over that by
Yeah.
doing more.
Yeah.
yep. And like this atmosphere right here, though, this helps out so much, man. You don't even really know
You
that there's a
forget- you
camera there
forget
until you
about it,
look
yeah.
at it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just trying to get subscribers, period, is rough. Especially seems how we're God, guns, and then whiskey, right?
Yeah.
So we're mixing 3 of them that YouTube already is not a fan of, especially God and Guns. Let's be real.
Yeah,
YouTube
right.
hates that right off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you throw whiskey in there at the end, and then everybody starts thinking that you're unsafe in the way you're doing things, and oh, it's a very, this podcast is an extremely niche or niche, or however you want to say it.
Niche.
Yeah. Subject to have all three of them in the same podcast is extremely rare.
But on the other hand of that, there's a lot of men in particular that are looking for
Correct.
something like this, and when they find it,
Yep.
they're going to tell their buddies.
Yep.
So we need people to do that. The
Hey,
subscribers that we have
you need
right
to.
now
This
need
is
to tell
this
their
is what we've
friends.
been.
Yeah.
This is what we've been talking about at our little meetings that we have behind closed doors, where we
Right.
throw our phones outside. and
Exactly.
go inside.
Yeah.
There's guys like that out there that are looking for
Well, this
something like this.
I used to watch pretty religiously Unashamed with Phil
Yeah.
Robertson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've watched that a time or two in my life.
Yeah, it's similar but different. I mean, yours is way different. But,
Yeah.
you know, that's kind of,
Oh, for sure.
Right.
I liked that for, I still like it. But those are really cool guys.
I would have to agree with you 100%.
But something I've been playing around with is we make all this content, and then I'm too busy to do some content.
Yeah.
So we'll go on the CapCut and like chop up some of our videos and
Yeah.
do music over, and then put it out on TikTok and the platforms, because then it doesn't catch it when the music's going over it. And so then it gets a little more views, a little more attention.
Gotcha.
Things like that. But yeah, we have entities separated all the way to bank accounts, because your credit card, if it's associated to an ammo company,
Oh, yeah.
just I mean, we can't even use some of the credit card. I mean, we just get hoop after hoop after hoop
Really?
to jump through. Like,
Oh,
and we're like,
mercy.
okay, we gotta
You got a good
change.
lawyer?
We do. I mean, so we have this magazine insights thing, which is just a content play, because content's the only way you can get attention with the workaround, because you can't advertise anywhere.
Right.
And then always, it's a similar audience, so we can actually advertise that. And then through email, we can actually say, hey, check out Magazine Co.,
Yep.
So we have all these separations just to do one thing in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you that we can, just to help just a little bit, because we ain't got a very big following, but we got a little bit that we can throw in a Magazine Co. ad throughout and try to get that name out there a little bit more.
Every little bit helps.
Right.
Yeah, I think we ought to just leave a can on the
That would be cool if we could
on the
just,
table. at
whether
all-
it's an empty can or a full
yeah, an empty can or whatever at all times, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe get the can all four.
Yeah, I've
So
got
we'll have
a
the
whole
chunky
bunch
chili in
empty
there.
ones.
Do you?
Yeah, pyramid.
We could totally do that. Yeah, I'd be good with that.
I've been thinking about building a 300 blackout. Now I think I'm going to.
I've got one you can shoot. It's suppressed,
It's even suppressed. Look at that.
and it's just with a 9mm suppressor, silencer co. But it's a LWRC. We run it, and I love that.
Heard a lot of good things about Silencer Co.
Yeah,
Jared is literally gonna be like, I wish I was there.
Oh yeah,
They're like-
for sure.
So
Jared's just chomping on the bit right now.
Jared's company's getting into manufacturing silencers, I take it, or has been?
They are getting them in. I don't know if they are.
They're not manufactured.
Oh, they're
not
getting
not
them from
They
somewhere.
got somebody doing it for me, from what I understand.
YO Arms.
YO Arms. So they do build custom ARs though, custom AR platforms. So
Yep.
is that separate from Stag?
Yeah.
that is separate. from
Separate
Stag.
from Stag.
Yes.
Jared is a partner in YO Arms.
Yep.
Okay.
And then they're getting suppressors in,
Mhm.
so they'll get a couple ones in. They got some 22 ones that they're rolling through right now, and then they'll get some higher caliber ones here shortly.
Nice.
And I think Jared's gonna.
Do you have your SOT?
Yes, we do in Colorado, and I got to get it here because we have a whole bunch. A company that went out of business in Boston because of the new gun laws. We bought their whole silencer inventory for great price. So we've got them all. Haven't sold a one because we did this, and now we got to get them over here before we can do anything with them.
Yeah.
I actually got another guy I should get you in touch with. Randy Spicer is his name. Trigger Tone on YouTube,
Okay.
and he does pistol classes, and he runs AR classes. He runs.
Is it trigger time?
trigger tone.
Trigger tone, okay.
I'm pretty sure I'd look on my phone, but it's up there. So
We had someone approach us, Trigger Time TV, because we just did a training event in Oklahoma City. And they're on Pursuit, the Pursuit channel.
oh no, not this guy. This guy's just local. He's here in Cheyenne. He actually works for the DOC. He runs Drug Dog for all the different prisons.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, he's just another small time guy that's trying to do something. But
It sounds
yeah.
like there's a bunch of us around here.
there is, yeah.
I grew up in Washington State and I moved to Wyoming for a reason.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell him to come out to you and start getting bulk ammo from you
Yeah.
for all of his classes and stuff.
That'd be sweet.
Because it's good. I'd love to. Matter of fact,
It's funny, we sponsored one event, and they went to Walmart and bought ammo because they didn't want to open these. And it's like,
right?
we sponsored it
Yeah,
for a reason.
use our ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you like Pine. Like, Pine's a good town. I moved here 13, 14 years ago, and I'm glad I did. Like, I loved it. I just never left.
Yeah. No, my good friends I went to college with in Kimball, and then I knew the Purdy family, and I ran cows out here for a few years.
So Purdy, right?
Yeah.
So Purdy is how, from the distillery, Pine Bluffs Distilling, that's how Chad, he worked on Purdy's ranch, Gene, and that's how it all got to the distillery, got out here.
Oh, okay.
Gene went out to Vegas and seen Chad was making beer in his garage, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you come to Pine and
I'm
make
kidding. Yeah, Gene's a funny guy. But yeah, so I've been around here, and I always liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Been trying to figure out how to grow it because we're hiring kids out of, Wyotech. It's like, okay, now where do we put them? There's no housing.
no housing."
Nothing. Okay, now we need to go do some tiny homes to give them a temporary spot till they can find something. How do we keep attracting people here and getting this city here? I don't know.
Housing's going to be the number one thing, probably.
Housing's
How do you-
one thing, but you gotta give them something to do.
Right.
Right.
Because otherwise you go to Cheyenne, why stay here other than work?
Mm-hmm.
So Wind Farm, that's how I got out here in the first place, right? So when I came out for Cedar Creek 1, I was like, where do you stay? Where do people live? Like, we got people coming from Cheyenne, Fort Collins. And I was like, I'm not driving an hour, 2 hours. That's not gonna happen.
No.
Well, so then I asked the site manager, I'd be like, hey, where do you live? Pine Bluffs. He's like, oh. Look it up and be like, oh, okay. He's like, that's the size of town that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And then I called realtors and then tried to find rentals. And then that was the hard part. And then it took 4 or 5 connections to finally
There's
get
one?
things going.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
The ammo chute's really clean.
Oh, you went and looked at the barrel.
Yeah.
I did. I went and
It's
pulled
very
that pistol
clean.
apart and looked at the barrel. It shoots really clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to double check.
But I've been looking for grants. There are none. Looking for SBA stuff. There is none. Rural, there's just nothing.
Right.
We need to go lobby for some grants.
Yeah, everything that's getting built out here being a sub-community of Cheyenne pretty much at 40 miles.
It is.
For Wyoming, it's then everywhere around the distillery right now, they're building that housing development. Those all just went on the market.
I saw that.
So,
It's kind of some pricey land.
Very pricey, especially, so you look at the medium income and what's affordable for a mortgage, and can't build much after 90,000.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm
I
trying
thought
to.
Cheyenne was small.
They started to
I can't
develop that
Oh,
stuff.
there you go.
They started to develop that stuff from the bottom. There's now they can't find water.
That's way different.
Sorry.
Water's an issue around here.
It's, and that's gonna get worse. Water's the biggest issue.
Well, if anybody's wanting to move here, just let you know there's no water.
Yeah.
You gotta dig deep.
What's the one up on top of the hill, right? Like they couldn't find water?
That's
Yeah.
what Brian was saying, yeah.
Up to, I think, without advertising, that somebody I know that was drilling out there went to 1,000 feet and never hit a well good enough for, and they did. They've already got the electricity in out there and everything out there.
Well, hey, if you were buying a house back in Michigan, all you
They
have to
can't
do
find
is
water.
drill 50 feet and find water, I can promise you, because that's where I grew up. And some wells are only.
Well, you look at those
50 to 80
people that are up
Yeah.
there between Laramie and Centennial, and they're hauling water
Mhm.
Yeah.
to their houses, so that might have to be an issue with
Mhm.
some places around here.
Yeah.
And my daughter's looking at property north of Cheyenne, and I was like, number one, find out how far it is down for water before we make any decisions here.
That big housing development that shot up out there off Happy Jack. I used to live right on the north side of Happy Jack, down by the bunkhouse.
Yep.
And we were all on well water, and then that new housing development came in, and they were talking that they were, no water up here, no water up here, but somehow every single house keeps popping up, got water.
Yeah, our good friends lived right out there too, and they had good water, but
Mm-hmm.
We got a decent well because it's right by the creek.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, we're fortunate that we have
And
a dried up muddy creek running through here, but at
Right.
least there's an aquifer down there that we can tap into.
So are you living here in Pine Bluffs, or are you in Cheyenne?
no, I'm staying at one of the apartments there.
Oh,
at the
okay.
house we got.
I gotcha.
You there full time, or you still going and staying in Sterling some?
No, I stay in Sterling every once in a while because I got the feedlots, but I sold my house there.
Oh, you did?
I'm trying to sell my other house in Livermore, in Colorado.
Mhm.
So once I get all that patched up, we'll kind of figure out what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go buy one of those $90,000 lots?
Not for 90,000. I'm gonna say, give me a deal, and I'll start the process and get everyone excited.
I have noticed there's a few more houses on the market around here in Pine that I haven't seen when the market was high here in the last 6 months, 8 months ago.
Seems like they're higher ones too.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all 500, a couple little ones.
Yep.
But, you know, I got a hold of that. And everyone thought it was Clean Harbor, but it's not. It's Iron Guard Housing. They want $2,500 a month to lease them.
for them trailers out there at the trailer, ooh.
Son.
And Clean Harbor's not renewing the contract.
Oh. Well,
And that's plus utilities?
Go to Cheyenne. and
Yeah, utilities and
My
laundry.
daughter lives at Saddle Ridge, and them apartments that them nice apartments that they built there are only $1,800 a month, so.
that's still outrageous. Like
Oh,
when
yeah,
I
it's
lived out
crazy.
there at
It's
Happy Jack,
crazy.
I was renting a house.
They're nice though.
For
Well,
13
yeah, they're nice
years, we
apartments.
paid $1,000 a month for a 5-bedroom house on 6 acres.
That's where
But yeah, I mean, there's trailer parks in Kimball,
Oh.
nice,
Oh,
$1,000 a month.
Yeah, we're thinking about.
So we got this kid, she
She's
got
in
an
a
apartment in the old bank.
duplex type.
Yeah,
We got another kid, we
Yeah.
gotta find a place
She
for him,
does
he's
that.
staying in
The
Cheyenne.
place next to her is gonna come up for sale. this
I got
spring, so we're
some
thinking
numbers
about
for you to
buying it.
get a hold
and
of.
renting
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hers and the other
I
one.
swear we called everyone in town. We'll take all, I'm thinking about buying about 5 of these, putting them on our place.
These sheds
Well, not
are,
yet.
yeah.
I'd like to
He
be back
put one on
in
his
at some
property
point.
and it's set up for a mother-in-law suite.
I'm telling you, I could live in this. If you were to keep it decorated just like this, I'd live in here.
Bad kitchen
But I would really, I want it to look just like this though.
Yeah.
I don't want none of the animals to come down. I want it to look just like this.
I'd stay in one.
Right.
Oh, I would for
Well, I
I actually had an idea the other
We're
day, I
just
said,
18 miles
I'm gonna
south.
build a tiny
We're
home
just
on a
3 miles
dumpster
south of
pump
the state
station,
line.
roll it on a trailer, roll it off.
Yeah, we're just 3 miles south
And
of
you
the
can
state
move wherever you
line.
want, or if you're a
Yeah, I'm only
farmer,
18 miles.
just I call it a dumpster house.
There you go. I like
Probably
it.
not
So
that
designed
far
it.
here.
Don't they have those in the oil
16
field,
miles
those housings?
Well, they're
Yeah.
basically just, you know, these on a skid.
Mhm.
But this would be
Yeah.
like a steel tube housing, so it's
Yeah.
rigid. And then finished on the inside. I'm gonna try and build one.
What's your mother-in-law, what size is your mother-in-law suite or your mom's place?
Our cabin there.
Yeah,
It's,
12 by 20.
it's a 12 by 40 building, but I put an 8-foot garage in the end of it. So the actual living quarters is 12 by
36.
32.
Oh, 32.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
thinking
right, 32.
16 by 40. It's, you know, kind of gives you a nice,
Yeah.
nothing too big, but not too small.
Yeah, I just had Teton start that place at TA build this building, and they brought it out there, and then we finished the inside.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we still gotta do? We still gotta rate this here whiskey.
And I've got hunters that stay out there, and family comes and stays, and
It's a little noisy.
Yeah. Kept dragging stuff across it.
That's what he said when he was
Yeah,
doing the
editing.
editing. He try not to slam your glasses down or.
Better put one on there for Ryan. He's got a.
Well, there is a rubber dampener on the bottom down
yeah,
there,
I
too.
feel
Oh,
that,
yeah.
but it doesn't do much.
Now I need to get a big cowhide or something like on.
It's like
We talked about pulling that elk hide off,
Pulling that elk hide over here. That'd be.
throwing it on
I
there.
just don't know how the glasses would
They
sit on it.
Oh, it'd be
Tip.
fine. Just drink it faster.
Thick old hide, a lot of hair.
What do you think, Dean?
Yeah,
What do you think about this here?
I mean, I can sit here and enjoy this.
Yeah,
Right.
Oh yeah, I could
That-
sit and drink it all night without any problem if that's what was on the table.
It's a very easy
It's-
drinker, and I was
yeah.
like, I was sitting there just trying to think about what it was, and then Brian pulled up the website, right? So I was just looking at it, they have a weeded one, and then they have a rye, and then the other one, which is pretty much what they're saying this is, but it's at an 8-year-old, right? Single barrel 8-year-old, and that was a weeded as well, but it's a wheat corn hybrid. And that's why they have to call it bourbon. I was like, makes a lot of sense. Because it's a very easy drinker, and I was like, very, very good.
I think I actually have.
We're getting too many up there to compare to.
Yeah, you got a lot of catching up.
Yeah.
I keep trying to compare it to something.
I do want to try the Cattlemen's Club.
It's just got
I
that.
gotta try that because I did cattle. And the
It's got-
Bowman Brothers. Oh yeah.
We haven't
Yeah,
even
those
opened
them
that yet.
We'll be them in a series. It's just got that. Like I say, it's got something on the tongue that I've never tasted. It's intriguing to me because I'm not sure.
I wanted to get one.
I'm not sure what I'm tasting. I'm
The
not sure what I'm
Cattlemen's Club?
tasting.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
The Joe Pickett one, right? So that sold out into the state
So fast.
9 minutes, 8-9 minutes.
Wow.
So that's all that's left that we have.
Four barrels.
Better try some of
You,
that.
you can certainly try something.
Right,
You're
so-
more than welcome to it.
It's a rye bourbon. So next year is like they're about ready to get the ball rolling for that next year's roll. And that's going to be a straight rye, but it's going to say Nate Romanowski rye following the book.
You read or
Just a little bit, but not enough to like.
Right. So
Oh,
he shoots a
no, too much.
454 Casull,
Yeah.
right?
there's a 454 Casull coming.
Oh really?
That'll be, I guess, raffle tickets
Yeah.
for it. I think it's going to have Nate Romanowski on the gun,
It's
isn't it?
a Falcon 1 or a Falconer or something that's FC something, Falcon something on there, Falcon 1 or Falcon 2 or.
Yeah. So CJ Box, the guy that writes the books, he's highly involved in
In the barrel picking.
the barrel
and all
picks.
that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and Jenny Gordon, right? Because all the props for that go to the Wyoming Hunger Initiative, right? So it's same as our.
They did 4 barrels of Joe Pickett,
They did 4 barrels.
and I think they're going to look at doing 8 barrels. Of
Yeah, 6 to
Nate.
8, right? Because it went. So the half of it, we sold 300 between what sold out to the state in 9 minutes, and then we had 300 in.
Yeah, I don't remember how many.
16, 18 bottles that we sold out when he was there signing them in about 2.5, 3 hours.
Wow.
But he'll come out again and do some signings of bottles and everything like that. And he comes out and he signs before we do our Purple and Gold Foundation. He signed the gun for that, and they sort of sold the 454 Casull for that as well. So.
For a pretty good amount, if I remember.
Oh yeah. Buying hats to buy the gun.
Mm-hmm.
I fell into that trap before and thought I was buying a gun, ended up with a hat or a bottle of Crown Royal.
That one, there was two hats that night that went for $3,500.
There was when I went to South Africa, one of those guys shot a Cape Buffalo with one of them guns.
Did he?
He didn't do very good. He almost got
He almost got
he
hit.
got ran over,
Did he?
and then he was still shooting it.
Boy.
That's one animal you don't want to play
Your
with.
pH ain't doing his job at that point if you're getting.
Well,
over
the PH said don't do it. He's like, he just, paid him to let him do it,
Right.
Okay, have fun.
Oh. If your pH isn't backing you up and keeping you from getting run over, then
Yeah.
So what are we comparing to? Because we've got a
you just
little bit of
one to
everything in
So
here.
that's,
So there's going to be
You're
something
just rating it for what it
1 to
is.
10.
yeah, what it is, yep. The Dickel is the worst, besides the rum. Just so
I
you
do know that.
Just so you know, the Dickel is bad. The rum is worse, though.
But when if you get a chance, like, if you ever come out to the distillery, come out. I'll give you a tour, man. We'll check
I've
out.
been on a tour.
You been on a tour?
Yeah, you took me around.
Oh, it was you even. You just don't remember, Mitch.
I give so many tours, like.
That was a long time. It was back in January after stock show, but yeah, I actually went out there a couple weeks ago. Just had some drinks.
Oh, nice.
I like going out there.
What's that, Brian? 6.93?
yeah,
Nice number.
I couldn't go as high as the last horse soldier, but
Right.
it's
I'm gonna have to try that horse soldier.
That horse soldier is
It's-
something else,
it's-
brother. I can
well,
guarantee
it's-
that.
I have
It's
that.
pretty damn-
I have
it's
the
pretty
bronze
classy.
one.
You need to finish up so you can start tasting some other stuff.
that horse soldier's pretty classy.
Oh well, we're talking about silencers.
Yeah.
One of the best silencers I shot was in Africa, African made.
Mhm.
It goes back through the tube and then out the
Really?
bowl.
Oh wow!
It's a whole flow through system.
How big was it?
It's just a regular size
Oh, it's just
silencer.
The small
But
circle.
it's got on the back, the
So it's
back
got
end
chambers
round.
that run it.
It's got some baffles in it, but it goes back through the inside of the tube and then out the. out
Oh
the-
man, you should have been here last week when we had Tori here.
I have one.
He brought his 338 Lapua in. That's all Thunder Beast up. Beautiful
really?
gun. Beautiful rifle.
We didn't get to shoot it though.
We did not. He did say we could though,
Yeah.
and he said that if he had to sell it, that he'd have to get 24,000 out of it.
I believe it.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous gun. Absolutely gorgeous. He reloads all of his own, and he said that it's right about 550 a shell.
Yeah, anything 30 cal is not cheap.
No,
But I think it's the cleanest shooting silencer
Osmars I had built,
because a lot of them get all crusty
Yeah.
and get that white powder. These
but
ones,
they were
really.
it's weird.
van built.
Uh,
Yeah,
It's the-
that's 28.
And they're $100
really?
in Africa.
Dang, $100 for a silencer. That's the other thing is sitting down to watch the entire. Like you gotta devote all that time to. Like it's
Well,
rough.
let's pray ourselves out of this, and then you
Oh
don't, then
no,
you don't have
I'm
to edit.
good. It's
anymore.
fine. You're gonna get so many shorts out of something like this that it's gonna be pure gold and it's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and feel free to tag us in it. We'll
Okay.
repost it.
Perfect.
Get your guys' stuff out.
Heck yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Well, this one's set number 4 right now.
Number 4.
Out of all of these.
I haven't drank this in a while. I've got bottles of it at the house.
Yeah, I got bottles of that other one in my barn.
Oh yeah.
I actually have another version of theirs. I've got 2 or 3 of it, of their darker.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring one of
You
those.
just can't quit smelling it.
I
Is there
can't.
something to it? Like
No, it's
you're like a dog
Just trying to
smelling another
figure it
dog
out.
on a
No,
pin.
I was like, it's
I just so much. The more I drink it, the more I like it.
Yeah.
it's
Whatever that
so,
taste
It
is,
does
it's really
get smoother.
it's so
Whatever that
sweet
taste
smelling.
is, I'm
If
getting.
you go to Cattleman's
It's
right
really
now,
starting to.
you're not gonna taste
It's
it.
really starting to.
You want to try the
my
Cattleman's?
trigger.
I do want to try it.
I'm gonna be honest. It's really
Let me try it.
like I wouldn't pour. Honest to goodness, I would not pour that much because it's so weak right now. You're not gonna be able to taste it.
Yeah. You're
Just-
probably right.
Giving you a heads up.
Yeah, I flushed out before I ever started this. a little bit of water and swirl it around and got rid of it.
It's not really a smell to it. And that's made by Bradford.
I gotta rate that Horse Soldier, and then
That's made by Bradford Beds.
Oh, it is?
Yes, that is their whiskey. Bradford built. Yeah.
That is cool. I definitely have to try it.
Yeah, try it out.
You got it in your hand, man.
Yeah, all you gotta do is pour it.
It's not illegal, right?
No.
Just take her straight out of the bottle. We know.
Yeah, you can do either one. It
No,
don't
we
matter
don't want
to me.
that on camera.
that's my favorite way to think it.
I tried to pour a little bit, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, Jared was there. He can fill you up.
Glencairns are a magnet.
Smaller one.
It's like,
Dean always gets
Yeah,
a smaller
I
one.
got it.
Jared.
No, I watched the video.
If Jared's around, he always overloads me. So I have my own little Glencairn.
Spicier.
what?
There's caramel in there, but I was like, compared to the smell of
Scotch.
the sweetness of it.
Got that Scott.
That's buttery.
Yeah. Yeah, the Horse Soldier goes down so smooth.
So what kind of whiskey do they have in Belgium, I wonder? My wife's going to Belgium with our neighbor in September.
Oh,
Probably
Yeah,
Scotch.
I would actually. I think you might be right. It might be Scotch.
Ouzo or something like
She's
that.
she's a big whiskey drinker.
Scotch or beer.
So she'll know which to send home. I've got some Irish whiskey.
I love some Irish whiskey.
They're
Mercy.
They're bourbon, but they're really peaty.
Mm-hmm.
You tried them.
Like
You like that, Pete?
I'm not a Scotch guy.
My
The-
dad is.
the I'm telling you right now.
But there's a few.
Yeah, I like the smell.
There's a if it's a top-notch Scotch, I can drink it. But if it's not right at the top, it's like whoa.
Well, what was really interesting to me is
smells
like
too much like
the green spot.
Smells too much
I don't
like
mind it.
kerosene.
You've had the green
I
spot
don't mind some
before.
of the good stuff.
I haven't had it
Some
either.
too much
What?
heat in there, man. I don't like heat.
It tastes like water. It's like you're drinking water.
Oh, mine.
If I
The
did,
green spot
rather
is
have
so smooth. It's an Irish whiskey for $70 a bottle at any of the liquor stores.
I was born in Belgium.
Get it and for real, get
I
it
was
and
born
try
in
it.
Belgium.
Really? Huh.
Get it and try it.
smuggle any whiskey home in your suitcase?
No, I was 3 years old when we come back. My mom
Yeah.
might know what kind of good whiskey's there. I don't know.
Try the
But
green
that was-
spot for real. If you like
long
any
time
kind of Irish whiskey at all, the
45
green
years
spot
ago.
is like, and it's that the $70 one
You don't wanna
is
drink all that.
bottom of the barrel.
A lot of times we walk outside and
Pour it out.
No, I like
We had
it.
them over for dinner the
if
other
you want
night.
to sample something else.
Yeah, don't feel like you have to drink everything to the T.
Her husband's a wine drinker.
Oh, yeah.
And she likes her whiskey, and I opened the cabinet. She's like, "Ooh, you got a lot to pick from." But she says, "I want that Four Roses single barrel," and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"You're right up my alley there." But I drink Fearless Rye.
You do the Horse Soldier?
yeah.
What did you rate that one, Mitch?
I was the lowest one to
7.7.
7.7.
Really?
Yeah.
On what?
You,
Horse Soldier.
Oh.
you know Likey?
They're-
No?
That is your lowest one on here.
That is your
Yeah.
lowest one.
Yep.
You better redo that.
You,
The regular horse soldier is not a top favorite of mine.
No,
this one's
I've had all these before, and I've sat there with one of the reps at a tasting, and I've tried all 3 of them, and I was like, okay, I tried them, and I was like, and then I tried them again, and I tried them again,
yeah.
right? So I was like, it's not. I've actually tasted them before. I was just reconfirming.
Everybody's got a different.
At the end of all this, I do think that we should pitch in and get that $600 bottle of Horse Soldier.
If we
'Cause
can't
I
get-
would really-
if we can't get them to just send us one.
I would really love to be able to try that $600 one, but
Can they
it's,
ship it? Or do you know where it's at? Do you have one somewhere local?
I don't know. I haven't been to any liquor stores.
I have a card of the rep.
Get him, get, what's his name? Let's pull him up here.
I will. Honestly, I might have it in the truck.
Good.
Okay.
We need that name because we're gonna blast it on the YouTubes.
Well, I can get a hold of him and see and be like, hey,
Yeah.
you can come and do exactly the same thing that we
For sure, on camera.
on camera.
Absolutely.
Get him up here.
Yeah.
Just said, bring it up here with you.
So
Yeah.
when I was just in
We've
Gillette,
tried all the other ones.
I was sitting doing a tasting at a liquor store up there, TLC Liquor, and then they have some expensive bottles in the back, and this guy comes in, he's like, hey, I'd love to try that Boss Hog $650 bottle aged in it's got agave and tequila.
See, that would throw me for a loop with the whiskey. Even Rich is like, what?
It literally goes, there are 3 levels when it hits.
Yeah.
It goes, the first thing goes,
No, thank
ooh,
you.
and then it goes to a whiskey side of it, and then
That's one
a
thing. I
good
want.
caramel, and then it drops off, and then it hits.
I don't like
Then after
tequila.
this finishes,
I'm not a
it feels like there's little,
It's one of
like
the
your
worst
taste buds
tastes
are
I
all
ever-
singularly just clicking, like,
Freedom went to Mexico.
There goes that spit I get, bro. I don't know.
man, I just,
Brought me back something and I'm
I
like,
like, I should rephrase, I like good tequila. I don't like
Hammer?
Cuervo.
over the hedge.
I don't even like.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
really good tequila
Vodka
does
or-
not taste like
I'm
tequila.
not a white.
Tequila's no good for nobody. I don't give a damn what flavor it is.
It's the
A lot of
only
people
alcohol
love it,
that's
though.
considered an upper.
Margaritas and
I
stuff.
love tequila, but
That ain't no upper for me. It's an up chucker, sir.
Well,
That's what that
I don't mind tequila.
Yes,
I don't
same.
mind tequila. It's like cheap tequila and me, no bueno.
I agree.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you're gonna drink tequila,
drink good tequila.
the same as
Yeah.
if you're gonna drink whiskeys and bourbons, spend some money and actually enjoy what you're drinking. Stop the 3-sip rule, not with tequila.
That stuff makes me puke right off the bat.
Oh,
Smell it.
Jose Cuervo is like a 250-year edition.
No friend of mine.
It is very good.
Jose Cuervo was never a friend of mine.
No.
That song lied
This
like
one
a
is.
mother,
It
dude.
has to be pretty damn good
It's
because
very good.
Cuervo is not.
Now, where do you
tequila.
find that though? Like, if
Cuervo
you
is
It's
Good
top shelf.
Top.
Well, I found it at a random bar in Arkansas,
of course, Arkansas.
and my business partner from the East Coast was like, "Do you know what that is?" And no. He's like, "I can't believe they have that here in Arkansas."
Really?
So we had a couple glasses, and I'm like, "That doesn't even taste like tequila."
Really?
Wow.
When you start getting out in tequila into the $80, $100, $150, $200 tequila, it is night and day, like
Difference.
different.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this then. How come when it comes to bourbon and whiskey, right, a $70 bottle is immensely better than a $30 bottle, but yet tequila you have to get to the $200 range for it to taste good?
That's a good question.
Oversaturation.
Oversaturation. So,
A product when tequila hits and margaritas,
Uh-huh.
right? The lower end margaritas are always going to get mixed. There is not a very big market for people that are actually going to stop and sip, of tequila like we're doing right here for that. You're not going to.
Yeah, they're getting
Shots.
They want shots or they want a margarita.
Right. Now you're going to break it down. When you start getting the higher side of that, now you're going to start sipping on it. You're not mixing it. You're going to sip on it just like we're doing.
is
right
that the
here.
same as vodka? Oh, you're not going to comment on vodka?
Vodka's a whole nother.
I think his vodka is the best vodka I've ever had.
Really?
It is.
I didn't get one last night.
It is delicious, and I get people that
I forgot
our
that.
vodka sales are really getting up there, and they're working very well, and it's just
Yeah, because we're already through September.
we're
I
through
missed that
all.
one.
It's distilled 4 times.
Anybody else
right?
need a
So-
reading plan?
I do, please, and thank you.
This is something we're doing through Crossroads, so it's just 3 chapters, and you don't have to read all 3 every day,
over here.
but. What
is it?
It's a Bible reading plan,
Okay.
and it kind of gives you instructions on the inside of how to do it.
Hmm.
But, so I go through this every morning,
Quick,
and I-
quick verses.
and I send out a verse out of one of those 3 every
What's
morning.
your name?
Is that where you get them from?
Yeah.
Well, that's why I didn't recognize them because I
Well,
didn't have one.
Unless I read those and I read those chapters and I don't get anything,
tequila one time.
then I
but
might go
can't
back
remember.
to like a memory
And I-
verse or something like
I
that
have
that
no
I
way
like
of
and
knowing
say it just expand.
where
on
she is or
that.
who,
But I'm sending that out to
But she
everybody.
said they're,
Kind of my little.
I think
routine.
it's the little round,
If you want to be
Patron?
on
no,
part of
I
that.
don't drink Patron.
Nobody should drink tequila.
Okay, no.
It's
I do a devotion.
It's like a
I've never read the
song
New
or
King James.
something like that.
Bible
Is
version
it?
on the
They have a white
NIV.
bottle and a black
'Cause I
bottle,
went
but
to-
they're almost a
I went
ceramic
to Lutheran
painted
school.
bottle.
Yeah.
We're not.
It'll come to me here.
That was the best
Not
scheme of it.
denominational.
Yeah, and that's what we are.
And I see it, I just,
But yeah, I've never read.
I just,
my cabinets are all full.
Matt James has just got her
I gotta get
And so
going.
we
because the Joe Pickett, she had an extra bottle. Well,
I know it's not
at
as late as
State Line
usual.
Station,
Up with, that's
I got some
They-
things I need to
James and
think
one of
about.
their, they have all our bottles. They have every bottle we ever
We
had
need something
of all of our
easier.
new bottles.
And so
Up
he
on
read
the
the
top
whole King
shelf,
James,
right?
kind of comparing it,
And they're all
the new
lined up.
King James, comparing it to
And
the
then
King James, and like, it's
they,
legit translation. and
One of their
easier to
workers
read.
came and
So he
grabbed,
picked it.
somebody came in and was like, hey, is that bottle for sale? Can I have that bottle? So the guy reached up there, was a new guy, reached up and grabbed
Do
it.
you wanna
and
go
came down
ahead and-
Sold it.
Pray us out real quick so
Yep.
Rich can take off.
Yep.
Do we want to pray around, or we just, somebody want to
I
pray?
think
or
somebody just pray us
Just
out,
pray?
it'd be good to go.
Does anybody want to volunteer to do that tonight? Want me to do it?
You're the best.
Father, thank you so much for just for this time. What a fun time with guys, and just thank you, Father, for your word. I just pray that you would, just speak to us anytime. If it didn't happen tonight, speak to us later on. But just fill us with, with that want and that desire and that need to look to you for guidance and wisdom in everything we do. That we would just be servants, be your servants. And not afraid, or ashamed to just share your love, your joy, and just bring Jesus into other people's lives, and just help us to be more bold in doing that. Not be afraid to invite him into your fold. Just thank you so much for this time. I just pray you would be with each one as they travel home from here tonight. That you would just watch over them and just keep them safe. And be with those who are not here with us tonight, for whatever reason. I know Jared's got a little ailment from horses, maybe, and just comfort him and heal him. And Tori's got family or whatever he's with, and be with him. Will's with family. The others that aren't with us, I just pray that you just watch over them, protect them, and just encourage them to come back and to be a part of us. Just ask us in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.